I did absolutely nothing wrong.
Okay, but let's get to my question. Why would you be holding up a newspaper saying this is still secret?
I'd have to look at it.
I could declassify it if I were
Look,
president.
I would have to look at it.
So during that interchange, Megyn, I was thinking, well, you know, at the time, he felt that he had all the rights to hold whatever up. He said himself, I believe, and still believes at the time, that he was doing nothing wrong by having those documents. So your thoughts on that one?
Well, I mean, that's not really the issue, because he's claiming now that he wasn't holding up an Iran attack plan. That's what he told Bret Baier. He said he didn't have that document that's been specifically referenced by Jack Smith. And yet, and what he said was, all I had that day was newspapers and magazine articles. And I would submit to you that's clearly not true. Just clearly not true. So he's on thin ice on this one, which is why I went there. And you don't think this is going to come up in the criminal trial? Mark this conversation. It's going to come up. Just exactly this. It was a newspaper article. It's not going to fly. We've all heard the tape of him saying on the tape, this is still secret. As president, I could have declassified it, but I didn't. And I can't do it now. It was not a newspaper article. Like, obviously, that would not have to be declassified. He's going to have to find a better answer. You know, you could make the argument that that's why it's smart of him to put himself in front of people like me, take the tough questions so he can shore up what he's going to do when it actually really matters in front of a jury with Jack Smith, who's going to be a lot tougher than Megyn Kelly.
I'm not sure.
But that's not a good answer.
I'm not sure anyone's going to be tougher than Megyn Kelly. I lived through the Kelly files. If you didn't watch, go back and watch that. There's one good prosecutor and one good journalist right there. My favorite, maybe my favorite answer, play when you asked him why doesn't he just retire and sit on $1 billion and go have some fun golfing. Listen.
You don't have to be running for president, sitting for 4 criminal trials, some civil, and possibly looking at jail time.
No.
Is it worth it?
Yeah. Make America great again. Our country's going to hell. I think this is very important. I think that we're going to save our country.
Megyn, I'll let you weigh in on that, but I have one more thing I have to do. I know we're running out of time, but one more thing I have to do. So every time we talk, or I talk to Chris Christie, or I'll talk to Geraldo, I had him on the other day, or Ron DeSantis, my audience says, what the hell's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Why can't you be more pro-Trump? I'm not sure if that's possible. Look at this viewer tweet. When I put up that we were going to speak tonight, about your interview, the viewer, and there were many of these, Megyn. It's Mark Johnson says, she goes on your show because you two are close friends. True. For sure, you won't ask her why she gave a soft interview to DeSantis in comparison to Trump. I'll let you answer that because I saw both of them, but I want you to have that shot.
I mean, I think the record, reflects that that's not the case, that this tweeter is mistaken. When I sat with Ron DeSantis, I asked him, why are your poll numbers completely collapsing? Why is your campaign imploding? What's this with yet another reset? You've had to lay off 30 people. I mean, that's how we started it. And then we spent 15 minutes drilling down on how he has authoritarian tendencies and is abridging people's freedom of speech when it comes to the Disney back and forth. Like, we went 10 deep on that. And, he gave just as good as he got, but it was dicey. It was tense. And in that one, like this one, I wasn't sure whether the subject would like the interview when it was done. But you know what? That's my job. I'm not there to be liked.
100 million %. Megyn Kelly, you're going on Megyn Kelly's show. You're going to get asked the tough questions. That's why we love Megyn Kelly. And that's why we do it here, too, folks. Don't yell at me for having different views or opposing views other than your favorite view.
But wait, can I say something real quickly?
Absolutely.
Can I say something real quickly?
Yeah.
I also loved that last exchange you played the best. And I encourage people to go watch the full exchange because it's a very reflective Trump talking about why he's doing it, why he's not going to be on the golf course, and saying he's got these beautiful places he goes, like in Scotland, and he may never see them again. He's older. He's facing 4 potential prison terms. And if he gets reelected, he's going to be very busy as president. But I genuinely believe he loves the country. And I genuinely believe he thinks he's the answer to the darkness that has surrounded us over the past few years and that he can turn it around. I have no doubt he has a deep love of the country and believes he can save it.